What's up, everybody? I'm Four Leaf, and this clip is taken from the Deep Dive Arc Turret demonstration video, which is also linked below if you would like to watch the full thing. This video got started because I've been hearing multiple people tell me that I'm the only one they've ever seen use this Arc Turret, and in truth, I have also never seen anybody else use these. I've been using this build since the beginning. It was underestimated then, and now it's even more OP thanks to this buff in the recent patch. So, Stubby Turret Arc, Overclock. Increased the max distance allowed between turrets for the arc to connect. Increased the damage of the arc. Increased the slowdown of the arc. Extended the duration of the arc. Expanded the area around an electrocuted turret where enemies can get electrocuted. Turret arc now deals significantly less friendly fire damage and no longer slows down players. This is huge. Like I said, guys, it was already good before, and now it's even better, and that's what I'm going to show you here today. So, obviously, to get started, you need the turret arc overclock. I'm not going to spend too much time in the actual character build, because I'm going to cover that in another video. I just want to focus on the turret arc in this video. So, to make it short, any variation other than straight down the middle here for the gun didn't work as efficiently. I found either I couldn't electrocute the turrets fast enough, or if I changed maybe the recoil to extended mag, the recoil was so high I would miss a lot of my bullets and still not be able to get the turret to electrify, right? And so I've kind of tried everything, and for me, this straight down the middle like this is the way to go. And anybody that plays with me will recognize that I genuinely use this all the time. This isn't just a neat build, the video that I want to put out, it's actually OP, especially when combined with a cryo driller, as you can see here in this video. Anyway, so to get started, obviously, you just have to shoot one of them. I just want to show you the radius. You do not have to be that close to burn your ass hairs right off. Yeah, and luckily, you can just kind of like move away. You're not slowed down or anything like that. It does a lot less damage to you. Yeah, just be warned. You know, when you see the electricity, just don't walk towards it. There's nothing I can do, you know what I mean? So there is a friendly fire aspect to this, but I really am not, I'm not straight up, I'm going to say I'm not taking responsibility for that. If you walk into my electricity, that is on you. And of course, to get the arc started, you just lay down your other turret, as so, and you just shoot them both, right? So, obviously, in order to use this, like practically, it's a very different play style. You kind of have to be ahead of the game and anticipate where you're gonna fight. Like if you don't have a bunker or some sort of bottleneck scenario, then one thing you can do is just jump back and forth over the arcs. I know it sounds silly, but when you think about it, you're luring everybody into you. And if you just keep jumping back and forth over the arc, it actually does work. It'll slow them down. It actually does a lot of damage. Suddenly they're not, they're not killing you anymore. Now, is this how I prefer to use these? No, not at all. I definitely see more of a defensive barrier bottleneck situation going on, like drill dozer, or when you're bunkering, or even if there's just a natural bottleneck in a tunnel. You can just throw that thing down, jump over it if you have to. Hopefully you don't. If the enemies come from one direction, it's actually pretty easy. It's when they're coming from both sides that you might have to jump back and forth. Now that you know how they work, it really is a playstyle thing. You can't just slap those suckers down and build them and get it all set up within 1 second, you know? I have this timed because I've just played this game so much. Like right here in this Doretta mission, I know when he's about to say there's a swarm coming. And basically, I start building one turret at the front of Doretta, and then I cross and build the other turret on the other side of Doretta. Beware when you cross, you are going to get friendly fired. That's on you. Just deal with it. It's not going to kill you. And by the time I'm done, I'm just barely in time to set this up effectively. I've tried it every other way, and often I'm taking damage. I'm a little bit too late. So again, you have to keep that in mind. You kind of always have to be placing them, shooting them, and then moving them, and getting ready for the next kind of setup. So that's the only, I feel like, really tricky part of this, is you have to have the foresight. If you're a little too late, Like right here, you see I just barely got that electric fence up, and as soon as I did, it was all good. You know what I mean? But try to plan ahead, I guess, and start setting up beforehand. And then one thing you'll notice in my videos is I don't spend much time reloading my turrets. It's because a neat little tip, when you recall your turrets, if you let them go into your inventory, you've reloaded both of them, right? And so for a build like this where you're constantly resetting up the turrets in different locations, that's something you're going to want to try and form a habit on doing, right? You want to try and recall them, make sure they're in your pocket, then they're fully loaded. When you drop them, they're going to have more ammo. And by the way, I don't even focus on refilling them as much as I do shooting them, because that electricity, it actually saves everybody ammo, really, because it's doing so much work. It's stopping the enemy, it's hurting the enemy and stunning the enemy, and everybody else gets to shoot at bugs that are practically dead already, right? So again, very different way to play the game. It's not necessarily like, you know, just putting turrets out trying to get kills. I am very much focused on where the next bottleneck is, where can I set these up in the future and not die trying to set it up. Another cool trick is you can use other engineers' turrets for your electric turret. And that is so OP. I mean, I just have so many ideas, right? And because this is just 2 engineers. You know, you have 4 people, potentially 8 turrets, and all 4 engineers shooting at the turrets and you know, imbuing them with different powers. Oh my god, it could be so cool. And I mean, even in a Doretta mission, you know, we could probably, if we do it correctly, we could probably have a fence all the way around it. There's so much I want to do with that. I've been wanting to make a video called The 4 Dwarfsmen, which is 4 engineers doing just what I said, but I haven't found anybody that's actually wanted to jump in and help me do that. If you would like to, please let me know. I would love to see what we could do with 4 engineers with this overclock along with some other overclocks, and maybe put it to the test in some, you know, elite deep dives or something like that, record it. Yeah, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll see how that goes, I guess. Anyways, I can't think of anything else that I missed here. If you wanted to see the actual build I use for the engineer, that's going to be in an upcoming video, so stick around if you want to see that, or don't stick around and miss it. You know, it's your life. Fuck it. Do what you want to do. And that's it for me. I'm out. Peace.